I am starting a new briefcase, and this is one of the Wallace briefcases that I make. I've been making this briefcase for a long time. So this is a classic style of mine. I have one coming up. It's pretty much the same one that I previously did, I think a few weeks ago, and I posted a couple of months ago, I think. It's this sort of style of briefcase, but it's the traditional straps, and instead of this key lock, it's not gonna have the brass knuckle handles. It's the classic handle that I have on my website. You could see it. It's the classic English style briefcase with the straps. This one I'm bringing out because it's similar to show. It's going to be made with this leather that I just got in. It's English Bridal from Wicken & Craig. It's a tan color, and it's different from this English UK, which is waxier, more traditional. So this is that's the key lock, and what this bag is going to have is this combination lock that I put on briefcases of bags and things that I make, right? So that's gonna be the style. So right now I'm bringing out these hides just to inspect it. So this is what happens when I get the briefcase. I've done, I think, 1 million videos on this. And here's just another one where I'm inspecting the hide and I'm planning out my cuts for a briefcase that size, that's 16 by 12 with the 2-inch gussets. It's gonna have straps on it. So I'm planning my cuts. I have two sides. These are full sides. So this is half of the cow, and underneath it is the other half of the cow. So right now, I pretty much have and it's a steer. I pretty much have a whole steer on my bench, one side and the other side. And then, and like I said, I'm planning out my cuts. And just a quick understanding of what we have here is, over here is the belly, which is soft. For what I use in my briefcases, I rarely use the belly. That gets tossed out. That'll get cut about here, and it's just unusable. It's usable for other things, but not for my briefcases. I don't use that part of my briefcases. And down here is the shoulder. I might use this part for, it's still good. It's not as bad as that, but it's in the middle of what I call the prime section. So I'll use maybe smaller things, maybe like the pockets would be made out of the shoulder stuff, but sometimes shoulders can be good and usable, like I said, for what I do. But the main part that I use is the butt section, and that is about right to here. It's the most prime section. The main bodies of the bags gets made from this section. The straps also, which is very important, get cut from right down the back, the center of the back, because this is the firmest, the best, the tightest quality. You don't want to do straps on the belly because they tend to stretch and break down. This is where you want to keep, this is where I keep the majority of the bag made. So here, so the body will be made from here, and the straps, the gussets, everything will be made from here. That usually gets tossed, and the shoulder I'll save for this bag or another smaller project if I was working on. So this is the main body of the bag. This one hide, I'll cut the main parts. And this is thicker. This is unfinished because it's gonna get lined. The bag, I usually line it with suede, but for this briefcase, I am lining it with the same Bridal leather, and that's the one that's underneath it. It's the same Bridal, but it's thinner. It's thinner, so the lining, so it fits better on the lining, I should say. So it's literally the same one, but this is maybe what's considered about 7 ounces, and this is about 2 or 3 ounces for the lining. They get sandwiched together. So inside the bag is the same beautiful Bridal leather as the outside, and the same thing holds for the lining. I'm not using the belly, I'm just using the butt and the bend, as it's called, and the straps, because I'm lining my straps. The underneath the straps is gonna be in the nice back cut, and then the interior of the bag, the lining is, again, it's gonna be in the best section of the bag. So when it's done, the briefcase is only made with the bend back butt section of the leather hide, the best section there is. And not just that, the leather that I get from Wickett and Craig is the top of the tier to begin with, the leather hides to begin with. So not only that, you can, the bellies on these sides are really great compared to some of the lower classes of leather bellies, which I don't, like I said, I don't even use the belly here, but if I had other smaller projects, it is usable because it's that good quality of a hide. I don't think you'll get better quality in all the years that I've seen, that I've worked with these hides. There's just a handful of tanneries that I like to work with: Herman Oak, Wickett and Craig, the ones from the UK, and so on. All right, so when I get my hide, I'm inspecting because there could be defects in the hide. Maybe it came through and they didn't realize it. But of course, I wouldn't use it. I would get another hide. But almost always when they send me a hide, I get the top of the leather hide to begin with. So, and you can see this is perfect. This is perfect for the main body. No scratches, no bug bites, no scars. You can see it in there. And then also with the lining. Just perfect, you can see it. All right, so the next step that I'm doing in this briefcase, these briefcases are serious briefcases, one of my most complicated ones, with the straps, with those locks that I have to put on, hand stitched, glued, lining everything. It just takes a lot of time. It's the process, if you've ever followed me before, it takes weeks for me to build these things, because I do them slowly, I do them meticulously, because I do them perfectly. They wouldn't come out if I don't obviously mass produce these. I do these like sculptured art pieces. Always have, always will, for however long I'm gonna build these for, which I don't do many these days, but when I do them, they do come out perfectly. So this is my first update, inspecting the leather that I get, and next is going to be the cuts of everything, and then gluing the suede and all that. So if you follow me, stay tuned. I'm going to be posting my progress on this specific briefcase that I'm making.